It's Jest World, another episode. I'm Brad Reed. This is Chip Goddard.
Hello.
I need to let you say
Hello.
your name.
Yeah.
That way people, they get used to your voice.
Well, I'm Chip Goddard. There we go.
It didn't sound like anything to me.
No.
This is the after party, we're calling it, because Chip has his sunglasses on.
Always.
But as you can tell in the reflection of his sunglasses, we got a lot of lights going on. It's a professional setup.
Yeah, for sure.
Made with Ace hardware stuff. But you got a sweet light on here too that I don't know where you got this one?
I got it at Aldi's by the register. Sometimes they have cool stuff up there. But
Yeah.
you can get them at Walmart. You can just order them.
It's this light that it actually changes color and plays Bluetooth audio from your phone. It's pretty dope.
Yeah,
so.
it's like a Bluetooth speaker, but it's also a light.
Yeah.
That you can control like the light and the color and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. You should check it out if you can. We're going to get like a few of them for the home studio here.
I think it's a great idea. And I've been trying to get all the guys at the
tattoo shop.
tattoo shop, too,
yeah.
yeah.
No regrets. You can. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. You can see the ad there. The phone number is up there, but I'm going to tell you, they're hard to get hold of. They're easy to find. Just go down to the Plaza District, and somebody usually is hanging around if you go during, decent hours anyway. And that's the best way to discuss what tattoo you want to get with them, or just make an appointment.
Yeah. Spitball ideas off of
Yeah, I mean, like I say, they're not bad with the phones, but they're not great either. And I help out with them sometimes, so I'm talking about myself too. So, but they're back there tattooing.
Yeah, you're on the answering machine.
Yeah, I am. So anyway, as you are tuning in, hopefully you watched the latest episode of Westworld. It was season 2, episode 7.
Yep.
I don't know how to say this one. Is it Spanish? Is it?
I have no idea. Ecorches. I do know it translates to the tormented.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense.
So,
you saw this episode. It was such a great episode.
Yep.
This was back to a lot of those episodes when we talk about, it was just a mind-blowing episode.
Yeah,
it was no filler in this one.
Yeah, it was a good episode. It definitely was better than the last two, probably combined.
Right. I agree.
But just jump right in. Started off with a pretty crazy scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
We finally get to see like the big room full of Bernards and how they discover all that. And
right.
It's just in the back of that it's like in a hidden closet in that room that he killed Teresa in.
I think, man, what stood out to me big time was finding out that Bernard was really a creation of Dolores.
Yeah, we kind of thought, threw it around a bit last episode when she was going through that little test with him. But, it pretty much came out that he was just being perfected by Dolores, and mainly Dolores and a little bit of Ford.
Yeah, because basically I guess the idea is that Dolores has a better memory of Arnold, more complete because it's all digital inside of her, I guess.
Well, that makes sense. And then, what would stop her from doing that with William or with any of the guests, really?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's. I felt like this episode was awesome because we got a lot of questions answered, in my opinion.
Yeah. They just came out and flat said what the project was.
Right.
And it's immortality.
Right. Yeah. But kind of we've called a few things.
Oh, yeah.
The singularity.
Ford's now living in Bernard's head.
Yeah. And you
kinda,
see,
we were just joking about this. Right before we hit play or hit record, but they turned Ford into kind of Tyler Durden. He's living in Bernard's head and taking over and helping him with the stuff he can't do.
Right.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Because at first I was kind of curious, and this is something that you had called before too, that you thought he was going to end up uploading himself into Bernard, and that's exactly what Ford did. And so
And now that they I mean, we think Angela destroyed the cradle.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's gone.
Right. And what I was going to say is with Bernard and Arnold, I wasn't sure if, Arnold was just another, or Bernard and Ford, if
Yeah.
Ford was just another voice in Bernard's head, kind of like, but now we're seeing he can actually take control.
Yeah. I mean, he used it to kill all those SWAT guys.
But he did mention while they were down in the phase space that if he was uploaded into a host, I guess, that he would degrade within a few days.
Yeah, but he said he could completely exist within that world. So that's the best option at the moment. I mean,
yeah, well, I think what we saw towards the end, as we get closer to the end of the episode, where Bernard is kind of shaken up, and who was it that was talking to him? I can't remember her name. Charlotte. Yeah. Charlotte was asking him where the Abernathy CPU was or whatever. And anyway, he looked like he was a little bit out of sorts when she told him, when she had him, basically acting as Bernard.
Yeah.
So that could be Ford degrading a little bit. But then again, how can she control him if Ford's in there? I'm wondering if by that time he's figured a way to get rid of Ford.
I feel like Ford's probably still in there, and he's just not coming forward all the time. He's probably sitting there feeding Bernard instructions.
Right.
At the same time, Charlotte's interrogating him.
Right. So Marshall Golden just joined. Hey, Marshall, he's my cousin.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Do you watch Westworld, Marshall, or are you just hanging out because we're hanging out? Either way, we're glad that you're hanging out with us. This is episode 7. I think there's 10, right?
Yep. So we're winding down.
This one felt like a season finale for a while.
I did. The way they wrapped it up, they could just leave us as like a cliffhanger right now, and we'd sit around and wait.
Another thing we need to discuss is the Man in Black.
Yeah, he's not dead.
No,
we did not see him die, but he is not in good shape. He got one in each shoulder.
Yeah,
one in a leg, and one in the mid torso, like gut or yeah.
I mean,
the diaphragm.
I don't see how he would survive this. I mean, a lot of people thought he wouldn't survive the season.
Yeah.
Have we heard yet? Is there going to be a season 3 yet?
I don't believe I've heard an official announcement.
This feels so much like we're building up to the end because they're just telling us everything that we wondered about before.
Yeah.
And so it feels like, okay, they're giving us all this info. It must mean that we're getting to the end. But I don't know. I mean, I of course would love to see another season or 2, but the Man in Black.
HBO has renewed it for a 3rd season.
Right. The Man in Black. It would be interesting because what this would mean is if he dies, is he doesn't make it to the end of the game.
Right.
Which. That's life sometimes, I guess.
But I feel like, they might build another William. Might build a young William. Not like an actual young William, but a copy that wouldn't break down.
Yeah, I agree. That would be really cool. I would have to think if, Papa Delos has built himself a host and, trying to upload himself into that. Ford has made arrangements, you found out, to upload himself into phase space where he's not, he mentioned it's not his exact conscious. They haven't got that far yet.
Right. Well,
but it's a copy.
Yeah. The way he described it was, you could copy the brain of somebody and, if you copied like Beethoven, and it would just be like a simple child humming Beethoven. As compared to the real Beethoven.
Right. So that's all interesting stuff because, we've talked about the singularity and different people who are actually in real life trying to find a way to make that kind of thing actually happen.
Yeah.
And, the ideas behind all that for me is how do you know that that's you? Right. You know what I mean? How that, you could die.
Yeah.
Be gone, but then you have some kind of digital avatar.
Well, what's that?
Just living, It's very Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. I was thinking, what was that Schwarzenegger movie? Seventh Day.
Oh yeah.
Where he clones himself and none of the clones know they're clones.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Man, when did that one come out? Like the late 90s?
Probably.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw that one. We did we did do a episode of Tangent World earlier. Okay,
Yep.
we'll mention this real quick. Which is, and the reason I bring this up too is we won't have a Westworld watch along tonight
because we did a two-hour long movie.
Yeah.
And it was a brutal movie to watch. It was a good movie.
Yeah,
but
I didn't not like
yeah,
it, but
it's
I
just-
didn't love it.
We're not gonna watch it. Something else.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour movie. We had to pause a couple of times, so it ended up taking a while, which is why we're on the after show a little later. But it's The Road to Wellville.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also stars Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Right.
We talked about it a little bit on the last Tangent World.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's about Kellogg's cereal
Yeah.
and the weird history behind that.
And that's how that all came up, as we were
Yeah,
talking about it.
exactly.
And then Tom, fanboy Tom, he was like, "Hey, you should watch this movie because it's about what you guys were talking about anyway." And then it has Sir Anthony Hopkins in it and a whole bunch of other stars. So we were like, "Well, we could translate that into Westworld."
Right.
So we wanted to do that.
And this could totally have been a park in Westworld.
yeah, totally.
For weird like pain fetishes. Like, it was all about enemas, and it was all about like
Shocking the junks.
shocking the junk.
Yeah. So shocking the monkey, literally. Pretty gross. Pretty gross stuff. But we did watch that. That will be up soon. The Jest World, Tangent World, it's all available at the on the same site. So
same email.
yeah, Spreaker, iTunes podcasts, YouTube. I guess the other big story is Maeve.
Maeve is dying. We think.
Yeah.
I think Sizemore's gonna save her because he was hiding there.
Right.
But and Angela, she blew herself up.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they've had her wearing the crown of thorns.
She sacrificed herself.
She did to get rid of the. So the cradle, is that the weapon?
Yeah, the cradle, because I guess the way Dolores was describing it, it binds them there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
It's a chain.
So she ends up leaving the Mesa, and we see that they're on their way somewhere else now. I guess maybe trying to get out.
And Theodore is there, and he is he's a SWAT.
Theodore is a badass. Yeah. Another podcast calls him the Tedinator.
And I really like that.
I do too. Drop Dead Ted?
Yeah, Drop Dead Ted.
I mean, because if you see Ted, it's over for you.
Yeah, he's a killing machine.
Derek Sharp has joined us. Derek Sharp, you can see him.
He's an artist over at No Regrets.
Yeah, No Regrets Tattoo. Yeah. So,
and if you're lucky, he might bring in his puppy.
Yeah, he's got a sweet puppy. I tried to name it Baby D for a while, and he wouldn't have it. He ended up naming it. Is it Lulu? Lilu. That's right. From not the Sixth Sense. What was that movie with Chris Tucker? It was like in space.
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Element. Fifth
yeah,
Element.
There you go. Fifth Element. There you go. I had to count down one.
Right.
So, but he wouldn't have it. Although I was like, Baby D got all the bootleg snacks.
Right. Know about those Millennium Twinkies?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, he has announced that he has written the final Friday movie.
Really?
Yep. The script is done.
Is Chris Tucker going to be in it?
I sure hope so.
I've heard that Chris Tucker said that he would want to do it now. I don't all that like. Okay,
he
first
probably
of all,
needs the work.
Yeah. First of all, I will say, I'm kind of torn as to who I liked better, Chris Tucker or Mike Epps.
Yeah.
Mike Epps is hilarious.
I mean, honestly, they should both be in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They should both be in it. But it was weird because like Chris Tucker would say, I'm not going to be in this movies anymore. At least that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Is because he was I mean, might as well.
Yeah, right.
Because he didn't want to curse anymore or something. But then I saw his Netflix special and he, dropping the GD, and I mean, I don't care, I'll say it, but whatever.
Okay.
But, but anyway, and I was like, so does that mean we do get it Friday now?
I think we're getting one.
I think we are. Any other thoughts before we take a break and come back with some emails?
No, we don't.
I do want to say real quick about the Man in Black.
Yeah.
I did see a little bit of this coming in that it would be Lawrence
Yeah.
that would maybe be
Yeah,
his
I mean,
undoing because.
Lawrence told him first season that he's going to kill him.
Yeah, and Lawrence remembers all the times that the Man in Black has treated him so terribly,
Yeah.
and that was a pretty cool scene, I thought, with the and I believe that the torment, because he brings up, you said that suffering makes you human,
Yep.
and so I guess that's probably where we've got the name for this episode. Yeah, so let's take a break.
Okay.
We will be back with our emails. Probably, let me guess. Is it Fanboy Tom?
Yeah, that's possible.
All right, that's next. You don't have to just dream about the home improvement projects you see on TV. You can let Cadell & Company make your dreams a reality in your home. Cadell & Company has a no-pressure showroom in Norman, Oklahoma, with hand-picked materials such as wood floor, tile, carpet, cabinets, and countertops. Call Cadell & Company at 405-928-5026 or visit their Facebook page for pictures from their projects and directions to their showroom. Don't just dream about your home improvement. Let Cadell & Company make it a reality. All right. If you go to Cadell & Company, they have some awesome materials. They got sales going on too, so you should go check out their showroom. But also, if you mention Jestworld, you get 10% off of materials. So that's awesome. All right. You can email us your theories, your thoughts, your criticisms, anything. We want to hear movie suggestions. So jestworld@gmail.com. And we do have a new email, but it's not from Tom.
Okay.
It's from my friend named Billis. Yeah. So
right.
Billis, I guess he checked out the show, and he was asking me, do we think that Dolores and Teddy are going to make it out of the park? And I don't think Teddy does, because I really think that was Teddy floating in the beginning. And I also think
Ted's dead.
Yeah. I think that Bernard Ford ends up killing them all the hosts.
Ford Arnold.
Yeah. Ford Arnold.
Ford Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was his whole goal, was to burn it down from the,
Right.
to completely destroy it. He'd smash his toys and go home.
Yeah. So that's I don't know. I don't think I definitely don't think Teddy does. Maeve, maybe.
Yeah.
So there's that. Let's see. Also, he wanted to suggest a movie, and he suggests The Big Lebowski. I think he heard us talking about that.
We'll definitely do that one.
Yeah, I would love
that
to.
one won't be as annoying to watch.
Yeah. It won't be so scatological.
Scatological.
A lot of scat in the road to Wellville.
Oh, man. Dana Carvey was a scat man.
Yeah. Scat man. So, but you can catch that on our show, TangentWorld. You can get that at all the places that we do Jestworld. So, same places, Spreaker, iTunes podcast, YouTube, all of that. So then that'll be up very shortly.
We did see a preview for the next episode.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to focus mainly on the Ghost Nation, the warriors and whatnot.
Right.
There were some pretty epic-looking scenes, like those shots of the horse riding on that giant dune and, the villages. And it kind of looked, it looks just like a vast, wastelandy desert.
It just makes me wonder because, okay, Maeve tried to use the force powers on the Ghost Nation, right?
Yeah, didn't work.
Didn't work.
But it only works on ones that don't have free will.
Oh, okay.
Because it didn't work on Lawrence, and she congratulated him on it.
Right.
So.
That's right. It didn't work on Lawrence. Yeah. But the Ghost Nation, I'm still trying to figure them out. I don't think that they had any evil intent this time. No. I think they were trying to save Maeve and her daughter.
But after countless times of pillaging, it's understandable that you wouldn't want to risk that.
That's absolutely.
That'd be your first thought.
Sure. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that next episode. That'd be episode 8, and then we got 2 more.
Yeah.
I feel like 7 almost shot its load a little too soon. And I feel like 8 is going to be more of a filler episode.
I don't know. 8's probably going to be a filler episode, but 9 and 10, I feel like 9's probably going to end on a high note, and 10's just going to be epic.
I don't think we're going to find out if Maeve survived, which I think she will.
I feel like Sizemore is going to say
yeah. I don't think we're going to find out what happens to the Man in Black in episode 8. I think that's all going to get saved for episode 9. So, we'll get there when we get there, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's the after party for today.
Yeah, I think that pretty well covered it.
Now, make sure you're looking for the clues today. Basically, you just got to spot something that you might not have saw the first time.
Wasn't there the last time. Or...
Yeah. And then once we get to, because we're 3 episodes away now, 2 now, really.
Yeah.
No, I guess it would still be 3. Either way, you got your time's running out to figure out what it is. And then the prize is an awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't expire though, so that's okay.
Yeah. That's right. So whoever gets it right, even if it's 20 years from now, we'll give you the gift certificate that me and Chip have gone in on. What was it, for $20?
Yeah, something like that.
Now the shop minimum's 60,
for a
so
free
it's not going to get you that far.
Yeah,
yeah, free consultation. That's what you win. All right, well, I think that wraps it up. It's been a great night, a long night.
A long night.
Yeah, so no episode of Les Ecorches or what? I don't even know. It could be French.
Ecorches.
Yeah, that's when you always tell me to put a little French in my mouth. Like I say, we won't have the whole watch along for Tangent World, but we do have the Road to Wellville that will be up this week. Any of your theories, any suggestions for Tangent World, justworld@gmail.com. Anything you want to tell us. We love to read your emails. And that's the show.
Yeah.
Chip Goddard.
Good night.
I'm Brad Reed. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.